I say to most of you, who are you? If we meet someplace and I say, who are you? Chances are you're going to give me your name, maybe your age, maybe where you're from. You'll tell me maybe your career, what you do. If we go a bit deeper, you might share with me some of your emotional and psychological processes. The fears you have, the joys you have, the hopes you have. Maybe you'll share the suffering that you've experienced, challenges, your expectations, your dreams. But none of that is you. All of that, both the name, the age, the size, the shape, the story, the career, the bank account, as well as the internal processes that take place in the brain, the chemical and electrical processes that we call emotions or feelings or thoughts. The brain runs on chemistry and electricity, that's all it is. Every thought, every feeling, every emotion that you've ever had is just a pattern of electrical and chemical reaction and interaction. So that's not who you are. We're not our physical experience, not the physical body, because of course that keeps changing. Right? Let's say you're driving down the road and someone calls you and they say, who are you? And you say, I'm exit 51. And they say, no, I didn't ask you where are you. I asked you, who are you? And then you say, oh, now I'm exit 52. They would think that either your phone didn't work, like you couldn't hear them, or that you had gone crazy. Because obviously, regardless of where our car has reached, that's not who we are. It's just where we are. I am at exit 51. The physical body in the physical car is at exit 51. Now physical body in physical car is at exit 52. But where I am, and especially where my physical body is, that's not who I am. That's just the intersection of where this physical form has reached at this intersection of time and space. But it's not who you are. But if I say to you, I'm a 50-year-old female, American-born sannyasi living in India for the last 25 years, a spiritual teacher, an author. That's like saying I'm exit 51. That's just where this physical body has reached to this moment in time. This body has reached 50 years. It was manufactured in America. Then it's been driven to India, right? I'm the 1971 California model. But it's not who I am. Who I am is that which has nothing to do with the physical body. Nothing to do with the chemistry and electricity in my brain. Nothing to do with that which has happened to this body, happened through this body, its color, its size, its shape. None of it. So who is that? Who is that I? Now, intellectually and philosophically we can say, oh, who you are is soul, it is spirit. And that's true. Unfortunately, it doesn't do us much good if all we can do is know it intellectually. I can say to you, you are soul, you are spirit. But until you really have that experience within you, it's not going to transform you. And so one of the most beautiful and powerful ways I have found to realize what we are not, and therefore what we at least might be, is to think back. Think back. Hi, sweetie. Are you back? To think back to the first time. It's okay. You want to be in the video too. No problem. To think back to the very first time that you ever said I. So right now, if I say I is this 50-year-old female, American-born, living in India, sannyasi, spiritual teacher. Okay. But 25 years ago, I was very different. 25 years ago, first of all, I was 25 instead of 50, but I was living in the Bay Area of California. I was a PhD student. The whole story of I was so different 25 years ago. But I was still saying I. And then if I go back 40 years ago, at 10, well, I was so different. So go back, take a moment, and just allow yourself to go back to the very first moment that you remember saying I, or me, or mine. How old were you? Chances are you were probably around 2. Seems to be the age that we learn that sense of self, that separate sense of self. That's why we talk about the terrible 2s, right? Those are the ages when we start learning I, me, mine. Okay. Well, the I of you at 2, who was that I? Think about it for a minute. What did I mean at 2? Now think about, what did I mean at 10 or 11? What did it mean at 20? And as you look back from 2 to 10 to 20 to 30 to 40 to however old you may be now, how did your physical body look? What was your life made up of? What did you think about? What size and shape were you? What did you do? How big was your bank account? What were the chemical and electrical patterns taking place in your mind at that time? Your thoughts, your emotions, your feelings? Now, we realize that everything has changed. From 2 to 10, from 10 to 20, 20 to 30. Everything has changed. And yet that inner experience of I actually has stayed constant, even though its outer expression has been different. Our age, our size, our shape, our role, our story, our drama, our identification. But that inner experience of I has been not only constant, but it's been unbroken. As the body changes, as the roles change, as our stories change, I stays constant. Who is that? Who is that constant I? So again, I can say to you, it's soul, it's spirit. But don't worry about the semantics right now. The whole point of this course is for you to have the experience, the awareness, the knowing in yourself. The words are virtually irrelevant. They're different in different languages anyway. What is the inner experience? When you think back to I, at 2, at 10, at 20, and that same I-ness you're seeing today, there's something constant. Who is that? Don't answer it. Semantically, don't answer it verbally. Just allow that answer to just begin like a seed sprouting within you. Let the question be the soil in which that seed starts to sprout. Because knowing who you are is actually the key to not only your own deepest and highest awakening spiritually, but it's also the only way to know actually how to live your life.